Welcome to another trading session. Trading with a purpose. We are going to discuss a few steps that we can take when it comes to trading and what to continue to look for. Um, on this trading journey is very rewarding for those that actually put the time in to study. Um, I am a prime example of that, and I am self taught, and I give all of the glory to God. I would like to start this whole entire session with just giving God the glory first, making sure that He's the head of it all and the reason for it all, and there's an actual purpose behind this. Not for me to just get rich and live out the rest of or the remaining of my life, you know, being just filthy rich and not sharing this knowledge with others. So that's not what trading is all about. Um, Trading, I use to pay. We pay bills with trades. You got to see it as a 9 to 5, which is a lady learned this from a lady named Gail. She's now retired, and she pretty much taught that whenever a person start trading, they must look at it like it's a business, like it's an actual job. She said, "Come to work and trade like you at work, and make money like you're getting paid weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, or however you want to get paid." He said, "Once you have that mindset, then you will start making, you will start understanding what trading is all about." So those are pretty much good advice I took, along this journey. And then also just applying the gospel, the Bible itself, it has so much things in there where it talks about investments, and a lot of people probably don't even know that, but there's actual a parable that Jesus says about a king who leaves his pretty much his assets with his servants, and some of the servants take the assets and grow it and multiply it, and one servant say, "Nah, I'm not gonna do that. You already got a lot of money already. Why would I add more to what you have?" So it's so much little scenarios when it comes to like trading and investing. Also, once again, you have to use wisdom when it comes to trading and investing. It's all about pretty much taking what you already have, and you have to plant a seed. So in return, that seed bring back or be worth something later on down the line. Which you can plant a seed today, just like any type of fruit tree. If you plant it right now, you might not see that tree sprout up in the next 5, 10 years. But when it does sprout and when it start bearing the fruit that you pretty much been waiting for that time, it's going to be some of the sweetest fruit you probably ever had. It's going to be the best results you ever had. It took some time. Yep, it took some time. It definitely might have took 5 years, 10 years. Just think about it like a good apple tree, or a pear tree or an orange tree, like the actual process that it takes just to see those pretty much those that reward come into existence, just to see that it's like a baby being born into the world. It's inside a woman's stomach for about 8 to 9 months, and then it comes out, but that's the same thing. You're waiting. It takes time. It takes time for development. It takes time for you to enhance your skills with this. So never feel bad. Whenever you trade, never get down, sad, feel like giving up. Don't throw in the towel, Hold on to it and then just keep going. And also just pray about it. Ask God to give you the strength and wisdom on how to go about it. That's what I've been doing. Jesus has never failed us, and He never will fail you, But invite Him in for sure, for sure. Once again, this is not a game. This is not nothing that I take for granted or I take lightly. I really take this serious. Um, that's why I don't charge for this because friends and family, I'd rather teach y'all how to do this because at the end of the day, it's best for us all to know this. You know, I have to charge the world whenever the world start knocking on my door, say, "Hey, Will, teach us." I will have to charge them because it's just too many people. I won't be able to give that one-on-one, mentorship type of a plan to each person out here in this world. It's just impossible. I'm only a one person, so. But for right now, while I have this small unit of family and friends, I want to really, really just help you all really, really tackle this. And I'll put as many videos together as possible. The videos is pretty much a guide. Don't just watch my videos. There's other videos on YouTube to watch. So this is just, some me pointing you in the right direction. That's all. Everybody right now that's watching these videos, you are pretty much the reason why you're watching this video in the first place is because you're still in the beginning stages of trading. And when you're in the beginning stages of trading, based on my knowledge, based on what I've researched, watching any video on YouTube won't do you any good at all. You will have to actually watch videos on indicators. Definitely write this down. Watch videos on indicators. The best indicators to use when trading. That's always good videos to watch. And also watch videos on trend trading. TREND. Trend trading for beginners. If you can, try to find all videos with the word beginners in it, because it's a good introduction to how everything works. I'm just going to be giving you the basics because I believe the basics is way more than enough to start out with, and then everything else on your trading journey you will learn as you go. But it's no need to teach you the deeper things of trading when you not even, utilizing the basic things. And always watch videos on trend trading, indicators. And for right now, the last one that I'll put up there is pretty much support and resistant areas. So watch videos based on those particular things. Don't be trying to watch everything else, because once you in the beginning, all the videos that's out there on YouTube, they're not in order. So you're going to just be sitting there watching all type of things. And the more videos you watch, the more complicated this becomes, and the more frustrating that you, as the person that's watching them, you will become frustrated that you can't do this. You will think that you can't do it. You will assume that you can't do it. You will believe that you can't do it. You will think that everything you're handling is just too much for you to comprehend. That's because there's just so much information on trading, and there's so many different ways and strategies that people are using to trade. So what works for them might not work for me, and what works for me might not work for them. So it's not wise to sit here and watch a person talk about how their strategy is in a whole entire video when you yourself haven't made your first bad trade or a good trade with just using the basics. So this video is just be more, just continue to talk about, the basics. Continue talking about, okay, what I'm looking for when I'm trading, like the basics, what everybody should be looking for and waiting for. Sometimes the market move before you can enter into it. Like right now, this market is clearly, you can see that, just by looking at it, we can see that the market is in a nice little uptrend. So we could just go on and put, little lines on it now to show the uptrend. And if I could find my path, where are you, path? It's like every time I get on here, you always disappear somewhere. All right, right here. If we can just see the path that this thing is in, look, I'm gonna just start here. All I'm doing is going up and going down. All right, just going up and going down. That's it. This is a path that the market has already taken. All right. So look at the path. This is a path. Let's go up it goes down, it goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down, it goes up. All right. So since we've been following the path from here, it goes up, goes down, up and down, up and down, and such and such and such and such and so on and so on and so on until we are currently here now. What can possibly happen now based off of what we've seen in the past? This is the past. Everything towards the left is past data. All right. We already know what we're looking at is candlesticks, right? But this is all past data. But as things go up, things must fall back down. We're up now again. What can possibly happen now? We can fall back down. All right. Let's remove this blue line out of the way so we can continue to talk about the two indicators that I use, because I used to talk about the Bollinger Bands, and the Bollinger Bands good, but it's causing people to get too caught up into what the actual Bollinger Band is doing and how to trade using the Bollinger. Like, you're more focused on every line in the Bollinger Band and stuff, and actually instead of paying attention what the Bollinger Band is really telling you. And I feel like maybe it might be a little bit too advanced at this time for you. So we're going to stick to the actual, just our two indicators, which is moving average. Moving averages. So with the moving averages, the two moving average that everyone should have on their chart is a 17 and the 200 moving average. This is to help you identify the best areas to enter at on the longer time frames. That's the whole purpose of this. Longer time frames is going to be the key for what I will start teaching everybody, because it's pointless to teach a person how to do short-term trading with majority of everybody that's learning how to trade in real life is actually working 9 to 5s, stay-home moms and dads that's dealing with children all day, that has to take care of kids all day, or has to do something where they're busy for a good amount of the day. And the only time they probably even have time to trade is during the evening time. And even in that probably could be 2-3 hours. So I'm not going to teach no one how to short-term trade. I'm going to teach people how to really trade where you're holding the trade for about 10 hours, 12 hours, 15, 16, 18 hours, a whole 23 hours. That's what I'm going to be teaching. I'm going to be teaching you what to really look out for when you're looking at it from a longer perspective. And we need to learn how to place orders before the market gets to those areas and then do what we want it to do. So if the market's going up in the uptrend and it's going to eventually fall down, then we have our indicators that's going to help us to identify that. All right. I'm going to remove this horizontal line out of the way. It's a distraction right now. And my settings, I got to get rid of those. The black lines that's on the scale. Let's see where they are. I got to get rid of those lines. Canvas. Yeah, let's do a little dash. Yeah. All right, let's get rid of like everything in the background. Would just be solid, one solid color. All right, so that's this right here. So what you see here right now is we're going to be looking at the crude oil. This is a crude oil. It doesn't matter what we really look at. It's just all about looking at structure, just looking at what the actual market doing. Okay, so we ourselves can be making some good trades. So far, as you can see up here at the top, we already know what this is. This video is just pretty much going into depth, more in depth with everything. We're not going to keep going back and forth talking about what the daily chart mean and what the weekly chart. I'm just going to go to this chart, and then you have to keep pausing the video. You have to rewatch this video over and over and over, so you can just, you'll start figuring it out. But the more you rewatch a video over and over and over, it'll start making more sense. So that's just a little advice I can give you. Just keep watching the video over and over and over. Things that you might not understand now will eventually make sense. But just keep watching the video over and over and over. Stop it. You can pause it, rewind it, fast forward, whatever you want to do. But the whole purpose of this video is to talk to those that's pretty much been trading now for at least a month, 2 months or more. We're going to just keep talking about how to enter and how to exit and what to wait for. All right. Everyone should start their day, or pretty much on Sundays. Every last one of us need to get into the habit of starting your weeks, either a Saturday or a Sunday. You have to start the week by looking at what news events that's going to take place this week that's going to impact the markets. All right. As always, go to investing.com. Everyone get a journal. Everyone get a journal. Grab you a pencil or a pen. Get some coffee and really sit down and take this serious like it's a bill. Like it's bills that you got to pay for your personal business. So you got to get in here. Go in the economic calendar, which is on investing.com or any other, whatever website you want to go on to look at news. All right. But as always, everyone know I use investing.com. Go create your own profile up here. And then once you create your profile, you're going to go to where it say tools and then look for economic calendar. Click on it. Economic calendar. When you click on that calendar, you're going to go to where it's filters. Go to filters. You click on filters and you get rid of all the noise. The only thing you need to have on your chart is the things that you actually trade. So you can keep what I trade is the Canadian dollar. I'm going to get rid of it because there's no need for it right now. Euro, I'm going to get rid of the euro right now too. I'm not trading it. New Zealand, I do trade. United States, of course, because we are in the United States. And then Australia. Australia is my biggest money maker because it's an easy currency to trade. Very easy and very, very predictable. When you're right, you're really right. And when you're wrong, you're wrong. But you can hurry up and exit the bad side so you don't lose all your money. So that's what I like about the Aussie. That's why I teach everybody about it, because to me it's just a basic one to really, really learn. I could teach a 4-year-old or 5-year-old that. So this is why I stick to it. So if I get on here and I click, on the bottom, we have to click on apply. But we want to make sure the news that we really care about is the most important news, period. And as you can see where it say importance on the bottom, importance, we have 1 stars, 2 stars, and 3 stars. We're going to go with the 3 stars. 3 stars to me, personally, based on my experience, is more important. All right. Right here where it say time, this is defaulted to say display time remaining until announcements. This is perfect. This is just letting you know that it will be a countdown clock, or the time will let you know when the time is getting closer to whatever news that's about to come out. If the news is about to come out within 30 minutes, the time is going to say 30 minutes until this report or this news come out. All right. And then the categories, we're going to keep every last one of these categories checked, because this is the categories of all the different news that will come out. Now, should be done on a Saturday and a Sunday. You will already have the calendar with the new news that's coming out for the new week. It will be already posted and seen, available for you to see it. So please get on here on the weekends to know what's going on. This is what makes me even a better trader, because I already know what to expect before Tuesday even comes. So click on apply. Once you click on apply, it's saved. Now click on this week so you can see everything from Monday all the way to Friday. So as you can see, this current week this is the week of February 29th. All right. And as you can see on Monday, I got all the news that's pretty much coming out for this whole week already. Monday has already passed. Tuesday has already passed. This is all the news that came out. All 3 stars, as you can see right here, for importance. 3 stars, right where the mouse is, and then all the dates, and then all the different things that came out. We're not going to get in deep into this because I already have videos on this already. Just go back and rewatch all those videos. If you don't know those videos, send me an email or a text. Say, hey, Will, can I get them old videos where I talk more about the news events? All right. This over here means what took place the last month. This is right here is what we are guessing that it will be. But when the new data come out, and then this is what happened when the actual new data come out. This is the actual real number that took place. So we forecast this pretty much. We guessed that it will be this, and this is what it was. So this was about 18, 19 points. You see what I'm saying? Less than what we thought it will be. All right, that's why that number is red, because our guess versus what it really is, numbers don't lie. You're gonna always see red. Now, if we would have said this is going to be 651, and if we said it was going to be 651 like last month, then it would have been 661. Then it would have been a positive. All right. But you get on here and just find out all the important news. Remember, anything with 3 stars next to it is important news, no matter what. So never forget that. Anything with 3 stars is important. This is going to help you to know, should you trade that day or should you wait until the day over with, because there's so much news going on that day. It's always best to just wait. Just wait until the news is done. If it's a good day where it's a lots of news, then don't trade that day at all. Let the markets do what it does best, go crazy. You enter in on the next day, all right? So let's go back to our chart. Now that we got that out of the way, we now know that this week had tons and tons of news. And Thursdays, which is completely over with now, we're now entering into Friday. So we know that today, later on this morning, we have at 10 in the morning, we're going to have our ISM manufacturing report. Purchase managers index. This is pretty much managers of all business when they have to purchase inventory for the business. All right. This is going to be a real live report. As you can see, this is how we trade the markets. We trade the markets based off of what we all do on a normal daily day basis. We have real reports that goes out when we do what we normally do on a daily basis. And there's so many people have no clue that there's a news report about managers requesting inventory for whatever stores they're the manager over, you know. And this is an actual report of all the managers. They get that one big report showing this is what's on average that managers, this is how much inventory at one time they are trying to purchase, so they can get that inventory out there so we can, as the consumers, we can buy it. You see what I'm saying? So you probably had no idea that this is a real report that people are trading, you know, but it's true. So I'm just trying to help everybody understand how this works. But once again, I gotta know the news events, and I feel like if I'm going to really help somebody to be a good trader and the best trader of all traders, then I have to teach you. I have to make sure you know this news events. News event trading will be considered it will be considered event trading, meaning that you're not trading technical by itself. You're just waiting on an actual event to take place. So you're pretty much waiting on something to happen in order for you to make a trade, and you're very aware of what time that particular thing is going to happen. So when it's not a news event, then you're just trading technical. You're going off of just what the market is showing you. Market going up, rejecting resistant lines, is falling down, and pretty much rejecting the support lines. That's technical trading. So majority of the time when there's no news events, you're going to always be technical trading. You don't have to trade every day. Remember this. We don't have to trade every day. If there is not an opportunity that you don't see, then don't make a trade. All right. So let's get into it now when we talk about the watch list. So far for a commodity, commodities is pretty much things that's natural that God has plant in the earth. That's natural that we extract it from the ground. So that's what a commodity is. That's pretty much me giving it to you at its most simple, or the simplest way I can possibly tell you. But a commodity is something that's already natural. This is God, like I said, this is God given. There's nothing we have done to create it, or it's all natural. There's nothing our hands did to help God make it. We had nothing to do with it at all. So we have to first give honor and glory to God for His commodities, right? It all belongs to Him anyway. So a commodity is like oil. A commodity is like oil, gold, silver, all that. Those are commodities. These are things that mankind has not made at all. So it's extracted from the ground. It's taken off of plants and trees and all that. Meaning, so that's pretty much what your commodities will be. I put the crude oil back on my chart. I've always had it, and especially from time to time. It's just majority of the times in the videos you don't see it, but I put it back on the chart because I have been liking the structure that has been showing me lately, and it's been showing so much good structure that it's almost predictable, like the Australia dollar. But for just learning on how to look at indicators and learning on how to look at where you should actually be looking at when you're making trades, I'm putting it on this chart just so we can just practice more on what to look for when you're making trades. So that's the whole purpose of this chart. We're still going to always be trading Aussie as always, but for right now, if just for educational purpose, I wanted to go to a different chart to use so we can like diversify it, and then also to show you that we can really trade anything as long as we know how to read the chart. So that's the whole another purpose of this video. This video is just more going into depth on what we all really should know by now. But of course, if I understand if you're still having a hard time, I want this video to really be a video to really help you out. So what I like to do first is let's start at monthly charts first, and then we'll work our way and completely stop at the 4-hour chart. We will not go this far back. We won't see a 3-hour, 2-hour, or 1 hour. Let's practice on the basics first. So we got it down packed on the weekends. We need to have a journal. We either need to save or write down what important news events that you want to see, or what news events coming out that week that's important. You need to be mindful of that. Please take it